Hi everyone, my name is Quester. Welcome to the episode 2.1 of my unofficial program Guild Wars for all levels for the game Gems of War. We actually recorded an episode earlier explaining the basics of Guild Wars, but I feel that I have not made a very clear explanation of how scoring in Guild Wars actually works. So we are re-recording this episode and hopefully we have a clearer explanation of how scoring works in Guild Wars. So let's talk about the basics of Guild Wars and let's jump right into it. Let's go ahead and finish a battle in Guild Wars. Okay? So I'm going up against a soldier, and that's the first battle that we're gonna face with this guild. It's Green Day, so we have to use green colors for our troops. So as you see, I'm doing an all-green beast team going up against his team that actually focuses on applying Hunter's Mark on the enemy. So with this probably will not be a very hard battle, but let's jump right into it and hopefully we win. Okay. Alright, at the start we have this board. There's a lot of browns and we don't use browns, so it's not a very good board, but well, let's keep playing. Let's start playing. I'm gonna take these greens. I'm gonna ignore those calls. Okay, we don't have goblins on our team, so that didn't work. Let's get this extra turn match. Okay. And there's this yellows, that's good. We have Forest Guardian up, so we can start skull spamming in a bit. We don't have alignment, so we're gonna go ahead and cast Fenrir and cast it on himself so he can heal himself and have a very high attack damage. Have high attack boost. Okay, what next? We still have no alignment. So I think I'm gonna go get these reds that's being suggested by the computer. Okay. So Savage Hunter is up and I don't want him damaging us. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Forest Guardian even though we don't have extra turn alignment, just so we don't get damaged by Savage Hunter. So okay, we're gonna have barriers to all our team. Oh, we ended up with an extra turn. That's good. Okay. So part of having a high score in Guild Wars is speed. Now, speed does not necessarily mean that you have to finish as quickly as you can, but it means that you have to take not as many moves as you can. So, try to take as less moves as you can, and don't try to take a lot of moves. So let's see here. So see, I'm taking my time. It doesn't matter if you take your time as long as you be efficient with your moves. So we don't have a skull match, and he's suggesting yellow. We don't need yellow. So actually there isn't a move. It's gonna be a wasted move, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fenrir and I'm gonna boost Forest Guardian because he's second in line. Just in case something happens to Fenrir, we have another high attack damage character. Okay, we still don't have skulls ready, so we're gonna take these these blues. Okay, this is good. We're gonna go ahead and kill that Warhawk. Okay. Okay, this one goes for the kill. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Forest Guardian, even though we don't have an alignment, but it's gonna transform these purples into skulls, and that's gonna go ahead and kill Gob Chomper. So let's do it. Okay, we won. Alright then, so we scored 3,266 Guild War points. So what factors in to that 3,266 points? Well, 2,000 points are applied to the first battle for of the game for the Guild Wars. You have 5 battles that you have to finish. So the first battle, if you win or lose, you get 2,000 points, and those 2,000 points come from using unique Guild War defenses for the day. So I'm gonna explain that in a bit. Well, I'll show you how you get 2,000 points for that Guild Wars battles. And so what other factors come into play for obtaining a high score? Well, first thing is you want to have damaged the team a lot more than they damaged you. So if you applied a lot of damage to the team and they applied less damage to you, then you obtain a high score. Also, if you devour the enemy team, that doesn't count because you don't get points for it, for devouring an enemy troop, because you don't get points for it. You also, if you kill an enemy team using true damage, you don't get the maximum amount of points for it as well. So another factor in scoring for Guild Wars is mana. So did you absorb a lot of mana during the game? And this mana is calculated by how much mana you have gained versus how much mana the enemy team have gained. So if you absorbed a lot of mana, you're likely gonna score higher than the enemy team. And then I talked about speed. Well, speed is not necessarily about, if you finish the game in minutes and seconds as fast as you can. It's based on how many turns you make. So if you make less turns, then you're gonna score higher. And if you make a lot of turns, if you do a lot of turns, well, then you're gonna score lower. And then another factor that comes into it, of course, is how many colored troops do you have used in the game. So we use an all green team because it was Green Day. So that's how you're gonna get like bonuses for using an all green team for Green Day, and your bonuses are based on the level of your Guild Guardian statue for that day. So if you have maxed out your Guild Guardian statue for that day, then you receive the bonus points. And finally, of course, it also counts how many team members have survived in your game. And if you have all team members survive, then you get max points. And if you have one of your team members killed, well, you're gonna receive less points. Okay, So that was Guild Wars scoring. That was a bit long, but that is a better explanation, I believe, of Guild Wars scoring. And if you need like a more thorough explanation, you can go on the Gems of War forums and check it out yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk more about Guild War basics, and just talking about, you know, the schedule. Like right here, you have 6 days that you're gonna go and participate in Guild Wars, and it starts from Tuesday and it ends on Sunday. You're gonna be matched up to six different guilds, and you're gonna be competing against them. And as you see, on the first day, on Tuesday, it was a red day, and we won. On the second day, we were up against our arch rival, and we lost. But that's understandable because not all of our team members played on that day. So, we just lost because not all of our members fought that day. And right now, we have Magic Dragons, and we're currently playing against them. Okay, and let's talk about defense. As you see, we have defenses every day, right? And this is where your bonus points come into play. So, for example, this is day 3. And if somebody attacks me, these are my defenses. I'm using an all-goblin team for Green Day. And as you see, we don't have duplicate troops. So I did not use Princess Fizzbang twice, and that is good. Because if you use her twice, then you will receive less points for using a troop twice or 3 times. And I don't use Fizzbang twice on this team, and I don't use Fizzbang in the rest of my defenses on other days. So there's no Fizzbang on other days. And as you see, this team is quite effective on Green Day. As you see, we've been attacked twice, we won once, and we lost twice. And you're gonna lose more than you win, but this is actually like on Red Day, we only won once, but we lost 4 times. But that's actually good because the chances of winning is more than the chances of winning is less than the chances of losing. As long as you don't go 0, like on Yellow Day where we had 0-1, you're fine. It'll be great if you win a lot, but on your defense. But if you don't, if you win some, that's good. That's good. So Sentinels here, because we are on bracket 1 in Guild Wars, we max out our Sentinels, and it's fairly expensive to max out the Sentinels, but you get the bonuses of the Sentinels if you max them out. The full bonus 6 attack on your attack plus 6, life plus 12, armor plus 12, magic plus 7. Now, if you're not on bracket 1, say you're bracket 5 or you're way below down in the guild, that's fine. You don't have to max out your Sentinels. But because we are at bracket 1, it's really important that we max out our Sentinels because our rival guilds are gonna max out theirs, and we don't want to come out short. So here is attack. As you see, I won against a soldier, so now I'm gonna go up against the Vanguard. I'm not gonna play another round. I just want to explain how this whole thing works. So I'm gonna press square, and as you see, we're doing really well because our guild has progressed. We have 101 over 150, and they have 103 over 145. So they're missing a team member. So I don't think they're gonna win against us. But even so, we have a wider spread than they do. So it means that we won more, and our defenses worked more than them. So they're losing more to us. And these are our results. And we're gonna go ahead and show mine. So on Tuesday, I made a perfect score, and then yesterday I lost once to Guild of Gra. Well, they're our arch rivals, so it's understandable if I lose one time. You know, it's very ideal that you win every single time and you make a perfect score, especially if you're on bracket one. You want to have a high score and you want to have perfect score, but if you don't make a perfect score, try to lose at least amount of time. And these are the rewards. So as you see, this is our bracket here. This changes every day and every week. So you know, while the fight's happening, the scoring, you know, our ranking here is gonna fluctuate. We could be number 2 or number 3, but we'll eventually be number 1 because you know, we have really good players. As you see, if you win Guild Wars, you know, for the week, you're gonna have these rewards. So if you're in bracket 1 and you win, you get first place, you get the max amount of reward, which is 50,000 gold, 1,500 gems, and you also get the reward of a troop exclusive to Guild Wars. And if you're number 1, you get 100 of the exclusive troop. So if this week we won number 1, we're gonna get 100 of Periton. So there's that. So, well, I believe that's it. I've explained as much as I can for basics of Guild Wars. I do hope that you enjoyed this segment. I know it's a little longer than I would like it to go, but I hope you enjoyed it. And we're gonna do more like gaming, and so you'd see more action. I just want to explain the basics of Guild Wars. So tune in to the next episode of Guild Wars for all levels for the game Gems of War. We're gonna talk about how to build your Guild War team to fight in Guild Wars. So that will be next episode. Thank you for tuning in and have a good day. Later.